I'm Deane Gyllenhaal. I am a coach for intelligent executive leadership coaching. It's something I've been passionate about for a long time to help leaders and emerging leaders take their skill set to the next level, transform their corporate culture. I'm going to work with them along the way. I was introduced to ILEC and John Mattone and his team, very dynamic, forward-thinking leaders in the executive leadership space. And I've worked for 5 different large firms. I've experienced great leaders, leaders that were challenged a bit. Everyone has gotten to a point in their career where they think they have it. People get complacent with where they are. Sometimes it does take an outside coach to help them realize that there are some gifts that they have, yes, and there are some gaps that need to be addressed. And for leaders these days, it's really about your legacy and what you leave behind. Yes, you might be a great employee, you might be hitting your numbers, but you want to make sure that as you lead your organization, as you lead your people, you're going to do it in a fantastic way and leave your legacy behind as a top quality leader of this organization or organizations that you're working with. There's always the opportunity to improve, always. No matter where you are in your career, there's always the opportunity to improve. The leadership skills are agnostic to industry, company. Really doesn't matter. It's the individual that's the leader that can sharpen their skills and bring their team with them. The Mattone models and assessments that we are using are proven over the long term. They've been developed over decades, and they've been used across various industries, various leaders, CEOs, emerging leaders, and the process and system does work. There's proprietary assessments. There's a feedback loop. We do measure return on investment, and to ensure that the goals are met that we decide upon, as a leader and as a coach myself, over the long term, to ensure success. Part of it is upfront understanding, after the assessments are done, what the go-forward plan is, who the stakeholders are, and how to measure the outcomes of the coaching process. In terms of return on investment, it's a measurable process where we agree upon what the results should look like as we go into our engagement. There are stakeholders that are identified that are going to help us along the way. On top of that, once we develop those skill sets, transform the culture, it's really about reinvigorating who you are as a leader and bringing your team along with you. The question that you need to ask yourself if you're considering this journey, are you willing to take the time and energy to invest in yourself? Are you willing to take the time and energy to invest in your team? You really need to get over the decision of, am I vulnerable? Am I willing to take other people's advice? Do I want a coach to help me along the way? Now I feel like I can help other people within other organizations overcome some of the hurdles and challenges they're seeing in today's environment, whether it's ageism, whether it's turnover, whether it's lackluster performance. I've lived through a lot of that, and I'm able and willing to help other leaders overcome those challenges. But you really got to walk the walk and talk the talk as a leader to ensure that culture is being filtered down through all levels of the organization. I've taken more than a dozen courses and seminars and tests and assessments as a leader in corporate America. So I have been on the other side of this. It was really a part of my job that I really enjoyed. These assessments and workshops that I've always done really stood out for me, from day to day outside the regular duties of my job. So if you and your organization are willing to invest the time and effort to have me coach, please give me a call and we can set up some initial meetings, initial assessments to see if we can work together. I view this as more of a match to be made than a prize to be won.